So we got some crazy Terence Bud Crawford news. The last time we seen Terence Crawford fight, it was against Sean Porter, which was his biggest fight of his career, and he stopped Sean Porter in the 10th round by a TKO. And Terence Crawford been wanting these big fights for a long time. He wanted to fight Manny Pacquiao a couple years back, but Bob Arum blocked it. And Bob Arum's reasoning for blocking this fight is Terence Crawford wasn't worth the money, and that Manny Pacquiao, he didn't want to see Manny Pacquiao get hurt. And Bob Arum even blocked off fights with Keith Thurman and earlier fights with Sean Porter. So his whole career, except for this recent Sean Porter fight, Bob Arum has been blocking off the big fights for Terence Crawford. And now Terence Crawford is taking Bob Arum to court because Bob Arum blocked all of his fights, and he stopped him from becoming a big pay-per-view star. And just recently, after his fight with Sean Porter in the post-fight press conference, he said that he would be leaving Top Rank and Bob Arum right in front of Bob Arum's face because Bob Arum couldn't give him the Errol Spence fight that he wanted, and Bob Arum has been blocking all the big fights that he wanted his whole career. So he decided to leave. So Terence Crawford is now making it aware that he knows Bob Arum is not giving him these big fights. And Bob Arum has never done anything to help him become a bigger pay-per-view star. Recently, not too long ago, he said Terence Crawford is a waste of money. He's wasting all of his money. He can build a house in Beverly Hills with all the money he lost on Terence Crawford. Do you really think that will help your fighter become a bigger pay-per-view star? No, it won't. It will make people look at him like he can't sell fights, and it will damage his reputation. And after Bob Arum said all that, for some reason, Terence Crawford still decided to re-sign with Top Rank.
Much money. I could have built a house in Beverly Hills. Shut the fuck up, you fucking scumbag. Bob Arum is a piece of fucking shit. Good night, everybody.
And they block out fights for so many fighters. Like, you can see with Shakur Stevenson. He'd been calling out Oscar Valdez for a long time, but they're just not allowing this fight to happen. So last fight, it was his biggest fight of his career against Sean Porter, who's a big-named opponent. And I heard in the future he could be fighting Keith Thurman. And I know we'll definitely get that Errol Spence fight. As long as Errol Spence gets the job done against your Dennis Ugas, we should get that undisputed matchup between him and Terence Crawford. And that would be definitely good for both of their careers. So anyway, Terence Crawford is suing Bob Arum, and he says his racial bias prevented him from the big fights. If you want to see this lawsuit in more detail, you can just search it up on Google, look for an article. It breaks down why he's saying it's for the racial bias. He's giving examples of other fighters, what other fighters went through, like Floyd Mayweather. And yeah, it goes into real detail, so make sure you check that out. So we'll see how this plays out. It's just good that Terence Crawford is no longer with Bob Arum, but we'll see how this lawsuit plays out, and we'll see the future of Terence Crawford's career. I definitely can see some big fights happening this year, and I hope he's involved in some of them. Hopefully we get the Errol Spence fight this year. Maybe even he'll fight Keith Thurman if the Errol Spence fight doesn't work out. But, we just want to see him in some big fights because he deserves it. He's one of the best pound for pound. So, it's your boy JPJ the Great. Thanks for watching the video. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, and I'm checking out. Peace.
Decision. Well, I'm pretty sure my decision is made already. Bob couldn't secure me the Spence fight when I was with him. So how you gonna secure me the Spence fight when I'm not with him? So, I'm moving forward with my career right now, and I wish everybody the best.